If you've reskinned any of the Flappy Bird source codes out there, you're going to want to see this video because I've got a new app trailer template here that is designed just for Flappy Bird clones. I call this one the Flappy trailer. I've already set up a RAM preview with this template so you can see what it looks like. So I'm going to get this back to the beginning, and I'm just going to have the RAM preview play so you can see what the template looks like. A lot of this is generic stuff, like you can see in the phone. There's going to be 4 different screenshots that you can add to this. They're all screenshots you would capture from your iPhone device and just replace the 4 files in the resources folder. This is a 30-second trailer, and it's definitely got all the themes for any type of Flappy Bird clone. So I'm going to stop this right now, and I'm going to show you all the customizations you can do with this template. So in this scene, we have a bunch of things that we can customize. You can change these rolling hills here, you can change the color of the pipes, and you can change the color of the sky. So I'll show you how easy it is to do that. All those background elements come from Photoshop files that are in the resources folder. So let's go to the resources folder and I'll show you what you can do. First, let's make a customization to the background, which is where those hills were, and it's in this file called background scenery. We'll just double click that and open it in Photoshop. You'll see this is the background that we're seeing in the trailer, but I've got a few different backgrounds here. We can just turn off the eyeball here in the layers palette, get rid of that, and then you can use this other set of rolling hills. There's also this skyline, these I call these stalagmites, and also a set of mountains here. So for my example here, I'm just going to go with the skyline. I'll just choose that one, turn on the eyeball for that, and then just hit save, Control S or Command S, depending on if you're a Mac or a PC. And that's all you have to do to change that background image. Now let's move on to those pipes. We'll go back to the resources folder and find the pipes. Actually, I call it tubes here in the Photoshop file, so I'll open that up. Let's get rid of that. It comes standard with the green tube, but there are a bunch of different colors that you can select also here. So we can go with a kind of a teal color. I call it seafoam. There's a copper tube, and some other colors here. You can just mix and match. Just you turn on the one that you want to use. Let's just go with this kind of the seafoam color. And then once you have the color that you want to use, just go ahead and resave it again, and it's ready. Now let's go back into After Effects. Close these windows. And you'll notice no changes have taken place yet. That's because After Effects doesn't dynamically update its image files when you make changes to the source files. So one of the easiest ways to update those files in After Effects is just to shut down After Effects and then open up the template again. But another way you could do it is go over here to the resources folder, and if you know which files you want to update, you could do them here. Let's see, I know I changed this one, the tube. I'm just going to right click and click on reload footage. And now the tubes have changed to that seafoam color. And then the other image I changed was called this background scenery.psd. I'll right click on that and click on reload footage. And now I've got the buildings in the background. So see how easy that was to change. And then if you want to change the sky color, there's a comp in here, which is under main background color. We'll just click on this tab and let's go with this midnight color. Actually, there's a bunch of other colors here, but I want to stick with this midnight color. I'm going to turn off the layers here that I don't want to use. And then let's go back to the comp with the video. And now we've got the sky and the background and the tubes all changed. Now all the text that you see on the screen is also based on Photoshop files, so we can change that text that says Flappy trailer. You can change this line of text that says how far can you make it, and same with all the other text lines that come up here. So to change those text files, we'll go back to the resources folder and we'll start with the main title, which is this file called maintitle.psd. That's the one that says Flappy trailer right now. All you have to do is click on the text tool here and then just highlight your lines and just retype it. I'm just going to leave it as is because that's the theme of my template here. But you could retype this text, or you could replace it all with your own logo or some kind of graphic here. If you already have a logo or graphic already made, you can just use that instead of the text. So, and again, once you're done with it, just hit save, and that will be ready to go. The next 3 lines of text are based out of these 3 Photoshop files labeled text1, text2, and text3, and that's the order that they show up in the template. So if I'll double click into here, this is that first line. Again, activate the text tool and retype this. Again, I'm going to leave it for my own template here, but again, you can retype or add a graphic, and you can do that with all 3 of the text files in here. So I'm just going to leave this as is. The next thing we can do is change the screenshots on the template, and those are in the resources folder also, and it's these 4 green background files here. They're labeled image P1, P2, P3, and P4, and you can simply take a shot from your iPhone, a screenshot from your iPhone, and just drop them in here. And just make sure that these are PNG files, because that's the file type that I'm using here in this template. So we can go ahead and replace those easily. I have a folder. Let's see if I can find it. I have 4 screenshots here. They're not exactly related to Flappy Bird, but these are the screenshots I have on hand right now. These are from a different app that I have, and notice that they're labeled with the exact file names as the one in the other resources folder. So I'm simply just going to drag this over and drop it into this resources folder. I'm gonna want to move and replace those files, and since there's multiple files, I'm going to click this so I can do it with one click. So I'm going to click there, and now those files have been replaced, and then you'll see them in the template here when I go back to it. One other thing is that there's also a music track if you want to add a music track to your video, and you can simply just replace the MP3 file that's in this resources folder. So I'm going to go back to my temporary folder here. So I have another file, an MP3 file here named music track. It's the exact same name as what's found in the resources folder. So I'm going to just go ahead and drag that in, and I will replace the existing MP3 clip, and we should be all set. Okay, one last thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go back to that background file. I'm just going to choose a different background for this. I'll go with the stalagmites here, and then I'll hit save. And then let's go back into After Effects. Okay, so again, nothing has changed here. But this time I've changed quite a few files, and I don't want to go back and right click on all these to replace them all. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and quit After Effects. I'm not going to save it. And then I'm going to open that back up again. And now you'll see that the backgrounds have changed. Make this a little bit bigger. Okay, and then let's drag through the timeline. Still says Flappy trailer. We didn't make any changes, but notice the phone now has the replaced images in there. I'll just continue to scroll through this so you can see. You know, there's a ton of customizations you can do. Oh, one thing that I forgot to show you, you can also change the iPhone color as well. It is under the main, no, it's not it's under the iPhone Frame Master. Currently I have it on a white iPhone. You can choose a black iPhone if you like, and then go back to the video, and now there is a black iPhone for your video. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, but this template is actually a complete kit that allows you to create a 30-second video and it also will create screenshots for your upload to iTunes Connect. You know, iTunes Connect allows you to upload between 1 to 5 screenshots per device. That's for the iPad, the 4-inch device, and the 3-inch device. So I've built comps here that will create those screenshots for you automatically. I haven't done any other work here, and I just go into the iPad comp, and you'll see that here's one of the screenshots, and then here's the 4-inch screenshot, and here is the 3-inch screenshot. So those are already done. The render queue, once you're ready to render this out, will save these all to your folder on your computer. But the other amazing thing is when I mentioned that you can upload 1 to 5 screenshots in iTunes, in this trailer template, I've actually pre-built all 5 screenshots for you in all the devices. So when you're done with this video, when you render it out, you'll have a 30-second video and 15 screenshots, all completely made for you once you do your render. So here's the first screenshot for the iPad. I'll just scroll through. Here's the number 2 screenshot. Here's the number 3 screenshot. Here's the 4th screenshot. And here's the 5th screenshot. So those are all done for you. I'll go through the 4-inch screenshots as well. They're all the same, but just, you know, they're sized for the specific device they're made for. So there's the first one. I'll just scroll through these. They're all done for you, and this should be a huge time saver for you. I know there's a lot of apps out there that only have 1 screenshot, but I think that you should probably fill in at least 4 to 5 screenshots whenever you're uploading your apps to the iTunes store, because it just makes it look a little bit more professional when you have more screenshots available in your app listing. So those are the main features of this template. And then the last thing you need to do is just go to the render queue, and basically this is all set up for you. You don't have to do anything. Just hit the render button, because I've already preset everything to save to your computer. I'll just hit render now while I'm talking, and as you can see, this yellow line going across the screen, this is the progress of the video render. Once it goes across to the other end, the video will be done, and then it will go through and render out all the screenshots. And once that's done, I'll show you what the folder looks like and where all the files are. But this was all made to be really simple to use, and you know, and this render time here will again depend on your computer speed and how much processing power you have. But this is not necessarily a really intensive template. There's actually a lot going on, but it shouldn't be too taxing on your computer. So we'll just give this a few more seconds, and it should be ready on your computer. Oh, and also that bird graphic, you can also change that. It's also a Photoshop file named character.psd. So if you have your own character, just go ahead and replace that in that file. So those were the screenshots, and now it's done. Now let's go to the main folder where this template was originally stored, and I'll double click into this folder here, and you'll see that all the screenshots are here. Let me see if I can create a better view for you. So you can see they're organized quite nicely here. You can see the 640 by 960, the 3-inch screenshots. They're all labeled here: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Same with the next set. The 4-inch screenshots are, also labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the same with the iPad screenshots. And then down here at the bottom, this is your 30-second video. So I hope you find this template useful with your Flappy Bird reskins, and I hope you can use it to promote your apps on YouTube or your blog or wherever. So I hope you enjoy this.